Okay. Hello all, I am Tasneem, Program Coordinator at Transitional Lab Preparatory School. First of all, thank you to each and every one of you being here with us today. We have set up an orientation for you which should make you more comfortable and get you know about the concept of AMC contest. MAA's American Mathematics Competition program leads the nation in strengthening the mathematical capabilities of the next generation of problem solvers. The American Mathematics Competition are a series of examination and curriculum materials that build problem solving skills and mathematical knowledge in middle and high school students. There are three levels in for AMC, that is AMC 8, the next one is AMC 10, and the last one is AMC 12. The AMC 8 is for the student who were in grade 8 and below. It is a 40-minute MCQ contest with 25 questions. The total mark is 25 with no negative marking. Next one is AMC 10. Is for the student who were in grade 10 and below. It is a 75 MCQ contest with 25 questions. The total mark is 150 with no negative marking. However, 1.5 mark is also granted for unanswered questions. And last one is MC12. Is for the student who were in grade 12 and below. It is a 75 minutes MCQ contest with 25 questions. The total mark is 150 with no negative marking. However, 1.5 mark is also granted for unanswered questions. The cutoff mark will be different for all year. Students who perform well on the AMC 10 and AMC 12 competition are invited to participate the American Invitational Mathematics Examination, that is AIME. Students who perform well on the AIME are they invited to USMO or USAJMO. But USMO is only for the US citizen, others cannot be participated in USMO. The MC10 includes the syllabus of elementary algebra, basic geometry knowledge including the Pythagorean theorem, and volume formulas, elementary number theory, and elementary probability. What are the excluded are trigonometry, advanced algebra, and advanced geometry. The MC tool covers the entire high school mathematics curriculum, including the above as well as trigonometry, advanced algebra, and advanced geometry, but excludes calculus. Thank you for hearing my orientation. If you have any concern, you can mail to support@tlups.co. The number mentioned in chat box. Do you have any concern regarding
the class? The class attend பண்ணுவார்.
Please be mute, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now I am handovering the session, Miss Musina. Today she will be taking the class for MC 10 and 12.
Ma'am, I think you're on mute.
Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry, it's my mistake. Okay, so I hope you are all having a good day. So may I know who all have attended previous sessions? Put a Y in the chat box, and those who have attended the session for today, please put a N in the chat box. Those who haven't attended the previous sessions. Could you please do that? Okay. Okay, so a lot of people are new to the session. Okay, I see. Okay. So this is going to be an interactive session. So I'll share some questions with you, and you should I'll give you 2 minutes for completion of the question. After that, you should comment your answer in the chat box, and after that, I'll discuss the questions to you. So, may I start the session?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. Is the page visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So please try to do this question. I'll give you 2 minutes for completion.
और इसके बुक रहेगा ना, इसके बीच में लिखना उसका नाम। और वो निकाल दो तो ट्रैक्टर मार दूंगी। प्रोजेक्ट बुक मिलेगा, प्रोजेक्ट मिलेगा, प्रोजेक्ट बनाना होगा। क्या बनाने फिल्म देते हैं, वो फिल्म बनाने मेरा अपनी जगह बनाने लगे, छोटे तुम नहीं बनाते थे एनिमल्स। ये चाल नहीं है।
Ma'am, can I ask something?
Yeah, sure.
The question is implying that they can be like friends with anyone, right? In the specific set. So, like each one of them could have like just a straight connection between like A and B, then C and D, then E and F, or some other combination of that, or they could have A with B and C, then B with C and D, and so on.
Yeah,
And
they
we'd
can
have to
have different number of combination. We need to count how many number of combination they might have. They might be formed, okay, but they cannot form
so
a same circle. If I'm friends with you and some other, say Raghav, I have two friends. You cannot have the same number of friends, same friends like me and Raghav. Is
okay, yeah, that makes
clear? Okay.
sense.
Okay. So I'll explain that to you if most of you have finished completing it. May I? May I explain?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. What is the question? The question says that Adam, Benin, Chiang, Deisheng, and there are six number of people, right? Okay. So all the six cannot be friends with each other in the same way. Each person has between 1 to 4 internet friends, isn't it? Because they cannot have the six people cannot have 5 friends since there is a condition there. Okay. So each person has friends between 1 to 4. No one has internet friends outside the group. Since since that happens, each person, what are the cases we can take? We can take that each person has exactly 1 friend, or each person has exactly 2 friends, or 3 or 4. Are you all familiar with the symmetric law? You might know the case 1 and case 4. Case 1 and case 4 are same,
Excuse
and
me,
case
ma'am.
2 and case 3 are same. Did you? I'll explain that to you.
Excuse me, ma'am. Your voice is breaking a lot in between.
Is someone saying anything?
Ma'am, your voice is breaking a lot.
Okay. Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if each person has n equal to 1 number of friends, then that means, okay, this is A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. A has B as friend. So the remaining 4 has 3 choices, right? The remaining 4 has 3 choices, either to be friends with, the C has either to be friends with D, E, or F. D can be friends with C, E, or F, like that. That is if the case is n equal to 1. So the configuration for case 1 is 5 into 3 is equal to 15. Is there any doubt regarding that? Is that clear for everyone?
Excuse me, how do we realize that A and B are friends with each other?
Even A and C can be friends. So if A and C are friends, there are 4 left, right? So
Yeah,
this one has 3 possibilities: D, E, or F, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay. So that is into 3.
Oh,
Okay. I'll explain another way also. They can be 5. Okay.
Ma'am, I'm so sorry, but your voice is breaking too much.
If okay. Okay. I think that's some internet problem. Okay. I'll try to be. If everyone has exactly one friend, that means there must be 3 pairs of friends with no other interconnections. The first 3% has 5 choices for a friend. There are 4 people left then. Next person has 3 choices for a friend. There are 2 people left. And these remaining 2 must be friends. So, like that, there are 15 configurations. Is that clear, or should I repeat once again?
Please repeat once again.
Okay,
please repeat
sure.
again.
The first person, okay. The first person has 3 choices of friend: B, C, D, E, and F. Okay, 5 choices of friend. The next person, okay. The next person have the next person have the 4 choices of friend, right? B, C, D, E.
Miss, I didn't understand this part.
E. Okay. Then if they choose one, then the next person have 3 choices of friend. Okay, did you understand this?
Yes, miss, now I understood.
Okay. Similarly, if the next person will have only 2 choices of friend, and they need to be paired with each other. They have no other choice. Okay. Next, this is the case for n equal to 1. For n equal to 2, there are only 2 possibilities. The group of 6 can be split into 2 groups of 3. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. 2 groups of 3, we can split them. A will be A has friend B and C. D has friend E and F. Okay. So with each group creating a friendship triangle, the first person has 5C2 ways to pick it. Okay. There are 5 options and they need to pick 2%. So there is 5C2 ways for the first person to pick.
मराठी या हिंदी की नोटबुक दे दो.
Excuse me.
बोल बनाया नहीं
मराठी.
Is someone asking any question? It's not clear.
इंग्लिश की बनाया
Please switch off your. Please mute your mic, please. Okay. 5C2. There are 10 ways to pick the friend. Okay. And this forms a hexagon, which each person sitting on a vertex, and each side representing the two friends that the person has. Okay. The first person may be seated anywhere on this hexagon. Okay. Each of the three remaining people can be seated across from one to the original people, forming different configuration. Thus, there are
Miss, I
10.
didn't understand 5C2.
Excuse me, could you speak up?
Miss, I didn't understand 5C2.
Okay, I'll explain that again. There are 6 people and they can be friends with 5 others, right? Okay. From these 5 choices, since n is equal to 2, that means the person has 2 friends. So from the 5, we are choosing 2 number of people. Okay, 5 combination 2. C represents combination. Are you all familiar with combination? Have you studied combination in your school?
No, Miss.
Okay. I'll explain to you that. Combination means A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay. So combination means if A has 2 friends, that means B and C, then that is one combination. Okay. If A's friend is D and F, D and E, then that is one combination. And if A has 2 friends and it is E and F, that is one combination. We need to find out how many combinations like that exist. So if we write 5C2, that means 5 into 4 by 1 into 2. Okay. The 2 represents how many times we need to multiply from the backwards. Okay. There is some more explanation to give you, but since I cannot take the full session right now about combination, I'll tell you the shortcut. Okay.
It's like 5 factorial over
Yeah, it
2.
is 5 factorial. So actually it means it is we need to learn permutation first to understand combination. That's why I haven't got into that. Since we are discussing questions here, it might take more than an hour to try to give you understand the exact lesson on combination and permutation. There are a lot of theory behind it. Okay. So you just need to understand this. Okay, 5C1 means 5. If 5C1 is 5 and 5C2 means 5 into 4 by 1 into 2. 5C3 represents 5 into 4 into 3 by 1 into 2 into 3. Okay. So since the denominator and numerator has a common element, we will cut this off and it will be same as 5C2. Okay, isn't it? Similarly, If I see 5 means what? 5 into 3 into 2 into 1. 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 by 1 into, so it both of that will cancel and it will give the answer as 1. Is it? Okay.
I didn't understand.
Similarly, 5C4. 5C4 is what? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 by 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. Okay. So all other will be cut and these will be cut. So the answer will be 5. That's why we are taking as 5C. Okay, n equal to 1 and n equal to 4 are same. Similarly, n equal to 2 and n equal to 3 are same. Is that clear now?
Miss, I still didn't understand.
You didn't understand, okay. I thought you all are familiar with combination. That's why I thought I'll take this lesson. Okay. Okay. So probably I'll give you a smaller question, somewhat simpler question, since it might be difficult to you. Okay. I thought 12th grade students are also attending this session. Okay. Could you try to do this question? This is a bit more simpler than that.
Okay, miss.
Since
Miss, I'm in grade 7, that's why I don't know maybe.
okay. So what about others? Are you all familiar with combination?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So could you put yes or no in the chat box so I can know how many of you are familiar with that?
In this question, how many periods are there in one day?
How many?
Classes are there in one day. Like how many periods for this question? The maths one.
I think something is missing from this question. Let me check. There are 6 periods in a day. The 6 is missing. Okay.
Ma'am, we are unable to see the second question. I'm only seeing the first one.
Same, miss. I'm only
Okay.
seeing the first question.
Okay.
Ma'am, I am only seeing the previous question.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
है ना वही 8th ग्रेड के
Okay, is it clear now?
Yes,
Is the
miss.
yes ma'am
is it visible? Okay. So there is 6 period a day, and
ma'am I am unable to
in
hear
the
you
bracket, there are 3 periods. Okay, other 3 periods. The 3 is also missing. Okay.
Three periods?
Okay, I see most of you are not familiar with combination. So next class, I'll take the session on combination because,
Ma'am, you just clarify how many periods are there?
okay, there are 6 periods, and what courses the student can take during the other 3 periods is no concern here. Okay. Within the bracket, there are 3 periods, and in the main question, there are 6 periods. Let me see what all questions have I prepared with combination. I'll change them back into simpler. Have you all completed doing this question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, fine. So we must place the classes into the periods such that no 2 classes are in the same period or in consecutive periods. Okay. So we can list out the ways that 3 periods can be chosen from the class when periods cannot be consecutive. So period and 5, they are not consecutive. Then which always can be arranged 1, 3, and 6. Then 1, 4, and 6. Then 2, 4, and 6. Okay, so there are 4 ways to place the 3 non-distinguishable class into 6 periods, such that no 2 classes are in consecutive periods. For each of these ways, there are 3 factorial. Are you familiar with factorial?
Yes, ma'am.
No, miss.
no ma'am
Okay, you're okay. Factorial means if it is 3 factorial, it means 1 into 2 into 3. Okay, we need to multiply the numbers until that number. That's what it's mean by factorial. So if it's 6 factorial, that means 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 6. Okay, we need to multiply numbers from 1 until 6. So we will get the answer as 2. 2 into 3 is 6. Then 6 into 4 is 24. 24 into 5, 120. Then in okay, into 6. Okay, 720. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is 5 factorial?
120.
120.
Okay. So is the idea of factorial clear to everyone?
Yes, miss.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So like that, there are 3 factorial ways. What is 3 factorial? What is 3 factorial?
6.
Ma'am,
6.
6.
Ah.
6, ma'am.
So there are 6 orderings of the class among themselves. So there are 4 into 6 ways. That is 24 ways to choose a class. So is it clear? Is this question clear?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
know. Okay. It might take some time to understand the concept. So I'll next class I'll start from the basics so you all can understand it. I thought you all are from 11th and 12th grade and some are from 10th grade. That's why I have taken advanced topic. Okay. So we will move on to next question. It might be a bit difficult for you.
Ma'am, I think this question is missing all the numbers in it.
I'll move on to the next question because not all of them are familiar with combination and do this question. Um, Uh, eh, have everyone finished the answering the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the question is, let S be a set of 6 integers taken from 1 to 12 with the property that if A and B are the elements of S with A less than B, then B is not a multiple of A. What is the least possible value of an element in S? So now we all know that all numbers except 1, like 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, can be used in this. Now we have 7 possibilities to choose from the last number out of 1 to 12. Okay. So we can eliminate 1, 2, 10,
Uh,
and
can it be like 7 to 12? Because there'd be 6 numbers and none of them would be a multiple of each other.
Yeah, but then you'll have to have a least possible value. So if you can get something less than 7,
the question is not. I didn't understand what you're asking. Could you repeat the question?
Ma'am, I was saying if we have elements 7 to 12, would that satisfy all the properties?
No, uh, I'll tell you in a different way so you can understand that. Okay.
Miss, we haven't learned what elements are. Can you please explain that?
Uh, okay. 1 minute. Okay. So we can partition the sets from 1 to etc. 12. This is what a set contain into 6 subsets. Okay. Such that for every subset, each element is a multiple of all elements less than or equal to itself. Okay. So let's do that first. Okay. Let the first set be 1, 2, 4, 8. Then next set be 3, 6, and 12. The next will be 5 and 10. Then we have 7. Then we have 9 and 11. Okay. So for 5 and 10, we can select either 5 or 10. And for 3, 6, and 12, okay, we can either select 6 or 12. We cannot select 3 since 3 is least value. 3 is least value. Okay.
Miss, I didn't understand.
Okay. We start with 2 as 1. Okay. We start with 2 as 1 is not an option for this. Okay, isn't it? So because the question is B is not a multiple of A. So 1 cannot be taken. So what all are the numbers we can take instead? 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11. We cannot add 12 to our set because 12 is a multiple of 3. So we cannot add this. Since the question is B is not a multiple of A. So our set has only 5 elements. So starting with 2 won't work. So we try with 3 next. So our set will become 3, 4, 5, and 11. The question is, there is 6 integers. So we cannot take this. Isn't it? So the next will be 3, 5, 7, and 11. Again, starting with 3 won't work because it doesn't contain 6 numbers. It only contains 5 numbers. So what will we do?
Ma'am,
We
we
will.
can 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 11.
Yeah, no, we cannot take 8 because 8 is a multiple of 4. We cannot take a multiple of A. Isn't it? So what will we do? 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 11. So it will contain 6 numbers and B is not a multiple of A. Okay. Therefore, our answer is 4. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, miss.
Should I repeat it for anyone?
Yes,
No.
ma'am.
Okay, I'll repeat the question. Okay. You need repetition or not?
Yes, miss, I
I
need.
need them.
Okay. The question is, let S be a set of 6 integers. Okay. And it says that B is not a multiple of A and A less than B. These are the 3 conditions we have to be in our mind. So we cannot start with 1 as 1 is a multiple of every number, isn't it? So we will start with 2. If we start with 2, the set will be 2, 3, 5, and 7 and 11 without any number being a factor of other number. Okay. So the problem of this set is this contain only 5 integers. So it is not possible. So we rule out this. The next is we start with 3. If we start with 3, it will be 3, 4, 5, 7, and 11. Again, the set contains only 5 elements. So we rule out this too. The next, we will start with 4. If we start with 4, the numbers will be 4, 5, 6, 9, and 11 without any factors of 4. Okay. So this will work as this contain 6 integers as well as there is no factors here. So we will select the option as 4. Did you understand? Is everyone clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, miss.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We will move on to the next question. So, Akhilesh, what is your doubt?
Miss, like, why can it not be 3?
The question is?
Like, why can it not be the sequence 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, 11?
3, 4?
5, 7, 10, 11.
Because it contains only 5 integers. In the question, it is said that there is 6 integers. Okay.
Miss,
Is it okay?
Miss, like, between 7 and 11, there's also 10, right, Miss?
10 is a multiple of 5, isn't it? So it will be against this rule. B is not a multiple of A. That's why we are not taking that. Is it clear? In the question, it is clearly stated that B is not a multiple of A. If we take 10, here A will be 5 and B will be 10. So it will be 10 as a multiple of A. It will be against the question. Is it clear?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Okay, we will move on to the next question.
One is going to that एक दो तीन चार पाँच आठ नौ दस 11 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 30
No, I couldn't hear your voice. Mama, I couldn't hear your voice. ये अभी 12-13 मिनट बाद आएगी टीचर। पता नहीं। आइश।
Ma'am, we can't hear you.
Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, miss.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay. I was talking all along. You haven't heard me. Okay. So we will split them into different cases. Okay. The first case is if Alice is sitting in the first seat. If Alice sits in the first seat, she doesn't like to sit with Bob or Carla. So who will she sit next to? She'll be sitting next to either Derek or Eric, isn't it? Okay, either Derek or Eric. So the third seat will be occupied by either Bob or Carla, isn't it? Okay. The seat to the right of the middle seat, that is the seat next to Bob or Carla. The seat next to Bob or Carla. This seat be with if Derek sits here, Eric will be here. If Eric sits there, Derek will be here, right? So this in this situation, this is called permutation. So I think nobody is only a few of you are familiar with permutation. This is the case. If Derek sits in the second seat. Eric will be sitting in the fourth seat. Okay, so there are two possibilities. The possibilities is known as the number of possibilities is found by permutation. Okay, the last the last seat has only 1% left. It will be either Bob occupied by Bob, Carla, Derek, or Eric. And there are two ways to pick who goes to the fourth seat and the middle seat, isn't it? The fourth seat. Okay. So there are how many possibilities? Bob can sit in the fourth seat. This seat can be occupied. I mean, this seat can be occupied by fifth. The last seat can be occupied by Bob, Carla, Derek, or Eric, according to who occupies in the second two seats, isn't it? So there are 4 into 2 ways. That is 8. 8 possibilities to arrange here. Is it clear?
Ma'am, shall you repeat again?
Okay, I'll repeat it. Since Alice sits
Ma'am,
in the...
I can see previous question.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Okay. Since let us take the first condition as Alice sits in the first seat. Okay. If Alice sits in the first seat, then she will not sit with Bob or Carla. She will only sit with Derek or Eric. So if this seat is occupied by Derek, then who will sit next to Derek? The next seat might be occupied by Bob or Carla. Since Derek says, I will not sit with, since Bob says, I will not sit with Carla, they cannot be together. So this will be occupied by either Bob or Carla. Then the fourth seat, this seat will be occupied by whoever from Derek or Eric, whoever sits in the second seat, the other one will be sitting in the fourth seat, isn't it? So the last seat, the fifth seat, who will occupy there? Only one person can only one person can sit there. So there are 4 ways to choose who will sit there. Either it can be Bob or Carla or Derek or Eric. There are 4 persons. And we can choose them in 2 ways. Either who will be sitting in there. If if we choose Derek here, Eric will be sitting there. If we are choosing Bob here, then who will be sitting? Carla will be sitting there. Like that, within Bob and Eric, there are 2 possibilities. Here also 2 possibilities, isn't it? So 2 possibilities into 4 persons are there. So there are 8 arrangements. We can arrange them in 8 possible ways. Okay. That is case 1. The next case is if Alice sits in the second seat, then what will happen? If Alice occupies the second seat, then Derek and Eric must be both sides of Alice since they cannot sit together. Otherwise, we have to put Bob or Carla next to Alice, which cannot happen. then Bob and Carla can take the remaining 2 seats. Isn't it? Okay, this is the another possible way. So there are 4 ways to arrange them, isn't it? There are either he can be here, or this is one. This can happen. This can happen. Like that, there are 4 possible seatings. And in the next case, if Alice sits in the 3rd seat, middle seat, then once again Derek and Eric will be in her 2 sides. Then Bob and Carla should occupy the others 2 seats. So similar like the previous case, here also there are 4 possible arrangements. And if Alice sits in the 4th seat, then it is similar to the case 2, isn't it? If Alice will be sitting here, it is similar like case 2, only the side is changing. There are 4 possible ways. And if Alice sitting in the 5th seat, it is similar to the first case. Since she's sitting in an edge, there are 8 possible arrangements. So what is the possibility? 8 plus 4 if she is sitting in the 2nd row, 4 if she is sitting in the 3rd position, another 4 ways if she is sitting in the 4th position, and 8 possibilities if she is sitting in the 5th position. So there is totally 28 arrangements, 28 possible arrangements we can arrange. Is that clear to anyone?
Yes,
I know you. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So we can end the session now. The next class, I will take in detail about combination and permutation, so you will understand higher level questions. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. We can wind up the session.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well,
Bye,
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am.
bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye. Welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.